Hello, I'm Trent aka Trademark here. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to get a full team of Lightspeed units. Lightspeed is one of the most important passives in the game. Not only is it a great DPS passive, it is arguably the most important utility passive to actually get and have a full team of. You'll see here I have a whole bunch of double Lightspeed Luffys. I'm going to show you guys how to quickly, even as a new player, get a full team of Lightspeed units. So starting off with, the first thing you need to do is you need to find a server on update 36.0.1. Update 36.0.1. Anything past then, you can no longer hatch the Lightspeed passive from the machine, or from the egg, which is what I'm going to show you guys. You can get it from the star. Next thing you need to do, you need to go into settings, auto sell, scroll down, click passives, scroll down to the very bottom and look for Lightspeed. If you do not see Lightspeed here, if it's just missing and you're on 36.01, there's two versions of 36.0.1. If you're on the newer 36.0.1, Lightspeed will not be here. If you're on the older 36.0.1, Lightspeed will be there. Make sure you find a server where you can enable exclude from auto sell on for the Lightspeed, and then you're going to come over here to the summer star. Now for this, it doesn't matter what type of luck you have on your team. So what I suggest is equipping pure time modifiers, double Lightspeed, double Time Lord, Lightspeed, anything that increases the time multiplier. I also recommend you equip, if you can switch to your time artifact. Use any units which give you time modifiers here. So Guillaume is an example. Also, Rien's a great avatar to use. And then it's as simple as basically starting your auto sells with max opens. Okay. Start your max opens. You're going to open a whole bunch. You'll notice with full time modifiers on this, I'm max opening like every 3 seconds. It's very, very quick. It's going to open a lot of units, and as they're opening, it's going to sift through them, and if it finds Lightspeed, it will basically keep that unit. Now here's something very, very important about this. When you get a Lightspeed, it's not going to lock it. It's just going to not sell it. So what you need to do is occasionally check in here. So you'll notice I got these generals, which I also have marked. So there's several passes actually that you could mark as like not auto sell. So general's another one that gives you really good utility. Leader 3 is not really Draconic's one that you could uncheck for a drop team. Let's see if there's anything else you need. Summer leader, summer lucky. If you don't have a lucky team or a leader team, you could do something like that. General is better than summer leader though. So general, like I said, if you don't have a general team, then you do want to start collecting these. However, I have a full team of like double lucky generals plus, or excuse me, double generals. Plus I have some in my storage, so I don't need general. I was just showing you guys that you can save other things here. Okay. So let's get rid of those units just because they're occupying space. Basically, like I said, if you accidentally sell or fuse all by selecting unlocked, it's going to take away those units. So be very, very careful that prior to selling or doing fusing, you actually search general, you search whatever you're saving. So if you're trying to save Lightspeed, make sure you just check and make sure you don't have any Lightspeeds. I accidentally did that even with my secret unit that I rolled earlier, and I lost one of my Lightspeeds. Wasn't a big deal because I have lots of them, but that's just something to keep in mind. So here you go, you max open, and I will say that a lot of players have been using this strategy, and they've been max opening for a long time. Some of them have been saying that they've been max opening for 4+ hours. Max opening, still haven't actually gotten a Lightspeed. Some people have said they got a full team of Lightspeed very quickly. So just make sure that you are at least, the very most important thing to check is that you are in the 36.0.1 that has the Lightspeed in the auto sell settings. If you don't have at least that, I'm nearly positive that you can actually open Lightspeed in this area. Now, the second thing that I would say that you can try and do if you really are are looking towards the long term of creating an amazing Lightspeed team is if you can actually get a Lightspeed on a mythical here or a secret, you can actually limit break that Lightspeed or secret and turn it into a double Lightspeed unit for a utility unit. Okay. If it's a mythical, it's going to be pure utility. If it's a secret, it can kind of be damage. And if it's a divine that you actually get Lightspeed on, which is obviously extremely rare, but in case you're ever rolling, you get Lightspeed, you can eventually limit break that that divine and turn it into a double Lightspeed. But if you guys are curious about what Lightspeed does, because it's one of the highest in demand passives, we can look at that real quick here so you guys can get an idea of what it is and why it's so in demand. All right, so Time Lord basically gave you damage, attacks. Oh, this is maybe a little bit too small to see. We'll make it a little bit bigger. Here we go. Okay, so Time Lord used to be originally Time Lord was like the go-to passive. It was the best utility passive because it gave you a 0.25 time multiplier. It gives you 1.5x damage. Let me make sure that that is kind of out of the way of my head. It gave you 1.5x damage, and let me also make sure we're showing as much of this as possible. 1.5x damage, 3x attack speed, time multiplier, ult charges. So this actually increases your attack count, which sounds bad, but it actually scales to that, so it's good. And it increases your attack speed and your move speed. So Time Lord is just, it was a really good passive, but then Lightspeed came along and it was just a better version of Time Lord, and then they buffed Lightspeed so that it's even a much better Time Lord. So now Lightspeed is arguably like the second best DPS passive behind Protagonist. Lightspeed and God, kind of depending on the unit, are both very good secret passives. But you see this plus 0.3 time multiplier. It does mean that if you get a double Lightspeed unit, you're getting plus 0.6 time multiplier, which is absolutely amazing, especially when you stack it with multiple double Lightspeeds like I was showing you guys earlier on my team. It is one of the best utility units that you can actually farm in the game. So that is Lightspeed. That's why it's so high in demand. Also, Lightspeed has a very cool little effect here that when you attack units, well, maybe not with auto attack, but when you manually attack, let me turn off auto attack and just manually attack, you'll see that they actually like teleport. And I think if you turn on effects, maybe I have effects off or something, then you should see like a, I don't know why it's not showing it, but it should have like, maybe it's because I put it on low mode or graphics mode or whatever. But it usually has like this little kind of animation. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's because I had it on low graphics. So there you go. It's like a Lightspeed teleport type thing. Very good for time trials, especially when you combine it right with auto attack. Here we go. Bam. Now look at them. They're just teleporting all over the map. Very quick with the, you know, the gap distance. It's great for dungeons. It's great for time trials, etc. You're going to get a lot of speed there. Very cool animation and a very cool utility unit there. So that's kind of how you guys, if you want to go for a full team of Lightspeed, that's what I would suggest you do. And eventually then transition into a full team or as many units of double Lightspeed as you can. And right before this event ends, a great unit to clone is going to be a utility, like a utility unit, like a double Lightspeed Divine or a double Lightspeed anything really is a good unit to end up on. But that's how you guys get a full team of Lightspeed very quickly, very easily. And yeah, that's it for me, guys. Malo, Ambito, thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out of here.